Good afternoon, you guys. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you for letting me be part of your week. Today, we are going to make brown sugar oatmeal sugar scrubs. So, some of y'all might use an exfoliating scrub in the bath or something. This is a nice fancy one you can buy in the store. We are going to make our own today. The recipe that we are using has only 3 ingredients, and you should most likely have all 3 in your kitchen, so this is a good, easy one to do. You should probably have all the stuff that you need. We will be using rolled oats. I just use old-fashioned Quaker oats, but whatever oats that you have. Brown sugar. I'm using dark brown sugar because that's what we have in our house, but light brown sugar works just as well. Any brand, that part. You're not eating this, so it doesn't have to be quality stuff. You're just looking for some brown sugar. This is going to be for the texture. And olive oil. In a pinch, if you don't have any olive oil or mom says you're not allowed to use the good olive oil, you could use regular just vegetable oil. The olive oil just has better properties for your skin. So, with those 3 things, you will need, for the sake of this video, I cut the recipe in half. So I am using half a cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of oil. We have these nifty little 1 ounce containers. So each of these is 1 ounce, but this together is a 1/4 cup. 1/4 cup of the olive oil. And 1/8 of a cup or 1 ounce of your oats. Now, I have already done this, but what you will want to do is put your oats in a blender. I have one of these cute little mini blenders, which is what I use. But if you just have a big blender, you can use that too. You're going to just pour what you need in here. You might even want to add a little bit more, especially if you have a bigger blender, to help it blend it all. If you don't have enough in there, the blades won't reach the oats. So you may have to add more than you need in order to blend it. But add it in here, and you're going to want to blend it until it gets to this finely ground. Let me see if I can show you on my camera. Finely ground consistency. It doesn't have to be perfect, but let me see if I can show you a comparison to the oats. You can see next, when they're line that up next to each other, that the oats are a lot bigger, a lot thicker. This is the finely ground stuff. You're simply doing that so that it mixes better with the rest of the ingredients. It doesn't have to be perfect, like I said. If you have a few oats that are still pretty big, it's fine. Let me show you this. Mine certainly does. But here is about what it will look like. Some finely ground oats. All right, so I think I even avoided pouring that on my computer. If you want to double that, the original recipe was twice that, so you're welcome to that. You could triple it if you want, but we are using half a cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of oil, and 1/8 of a cup of oats. Once you have those ground up, you're just going to mix them together. So I've got myself a small mixing bowl. I just pour the brown sugar in it. Now I'm going to take one of my things of oil, pour it in there. And about half of the other one. So if you were, using a different measuring cup altogether, you might just save a little bit to the side. I'm leaving the oats out for now, so we can just get this oil and brown sugar mixed together. I'm using a spoon, just mix it together. Try to get it all saturated with the oil. Should have a nice, consistent look to it. If you want to get in there with your fingers, that's fine too. If I weren't doing it for the camera and needed to touch my computer, I probably would be using my fingers. All right, so this is about what it should look like now. You are going to see some clumps. That's how it should be. Although you can try to squish the big ones. But this is what you've got. Is this nice? If you ever use an exfoliating scrub, it's about like that. Kind of crumbly to your hand. Now, come back over here. Get the last of your oil and your oats. Pour the oats in there. And the rest of the oil. And then keep doing the same thing. So now you should have a nice mixture of your oats, your sugar, and your oil. Try to make sure it's pretty evenly coated, everything. You don't want any dry oats in there or dry sugar. And go ahead and look at what you got. If it seems like it's too dry, add a little bit of extra oil. If it seems like it's too wet, add a little extra oats or sugar. This is a recipe, but it's a fine guideline, so make it work for you. Once you are finished, let me show you what it should look like. See if you can see that in the camera. You should be able to kind of ball it up like that and have it still hold its shape, but also easy to squish and crumble. You will be using this on your skin. This is an exfoliating scrub, so you would use it in the bath or in the shower. So you want something that you could rub on your skin. If you like it a little bit more liquidy, again, you can add a little bit extra oil. And that's about it. This one's pretty easy. This will, if you keep it in a mason jar or some other form of airtight container, it will stay good for about 3 months. So I am using this little mini mason jar here. You can find these at Walmart. I think you can even find small batches at Dollar Tree. Put it in there and it'll stay good for about 3 months and you'll be all set. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your afternoon.